Firstly, I would like to thank Akhil Bharatiya Maheshwari Mahasabha as well as Akhil Bharatiya Maheshwari Yuva Sangathan and Maharashtra Pradesh Maheshwari Yuva Sangathan for having me here. It is a pleasure and great honor to be here in front of so many people who inspire me, who I look up to, and to stand here today and just impart some of what I have learned in the last 2-3 years of my journey. Very obviously, all the speakers that we have here today are way older than me, way more experienced than me, and I have a lot to learn as well. So I would say I'm more of a participant here than a speaker, but happy to share what I've learned and whatever I know of agriculture. Can I get some help with the... it's not from the top.
That is back.
It didn't start from the top. First slide. First slide. Yeah. So this is something that we've all heard from the very beginning. Agriculture is the foundation of life. I heard this growing up as well. Something to know about me, I grew up in the small town of Jalna, Maharashtra. My grandfather is sitting right there, Ramnivas Ji Mandhani, and he's been one of the greatest inspirations for me from day one. And my journey in agriculture started because of him. So thank you so much for inspiring me from my childhood. Now, I grew up knowing this. You guys know Jalna is the seed capital of the country. Badri Narayanji Balwale is from Jalna, and I studied in the school that, he made. So this was always a part of my life. I always saw this growing up around me. But this is something that we all overlook. Even though we know that it is foundational, we overlook it. I was reading this book a couple of years ago called Sapiens, and at that time, it occurred to me that in the entire history of mankind and humankind, agriculture is something that has been with us from the very first day. So the first agricultural revolution per se is called the Neolithic Agriculture Revolution, which started 10,000 years ago, where we shifted from the hunter-gatherer era to the, more domestication of crops and agriculture. And that was when agriculture started. Then we moved to Industrial Revolution about 400 years ago, where we adopted technology, where tractors were adopted, where things moved from more primitive stage to more machineries, to more mechanization of things. And after that, we saw the digital revolution with the adoption of internet, data, computers, CPUs, and whatnot. And then today, in 2024, we're standing at the cusp of Industry 4.0, Web3, blockchain, generative AI, all of these things being a part of it. Now, what hasn't changed across all of this is agriculture, because agriculture has always meant the same for all of us, but we've not probably given it as much importance as we should have, we can, and we could have. So my journey in agriculture, more than what we are contributing, is to make people understand that this is foundational and change is required in agriculture, and we need more young people to come up, be interested in this field, and really take up things in agriculture. So this image actually right here is made with DALL-E 2, which is a generative AI software. What I did here was I just put these 4 revolutions in the Gen AI tool, and this image was created. So it's pretty cool, right? Gen AI has become accessible to people like you and I. But when we think of farmers, when we think of the majority population of our country, generative AI is still not accessible to them. It's still not applicable to them. So when we talk about farming, I look at farming in 3 subsections or 3 revolutions. One being the Green Revolution from my grandfather's time, which started his entrepreneurial journey. And here we saw advanced farm inputs being delivered to farmers. We saw, just better seeds, better quality agricultural inputs. Today, since, 2015, 2020, we're looking at capturing digital farm data to create footprints of farmlands to be able to give farmers better recommendations. But tomorrow, we're looking at precision agriculture, which uses this data that we capture to give farmers better recommendations, the application of drones in agriculture, and many more. So one of the things, when I was speaking to the organizers, they really wanted me to talk about the entire agriculture value addition that can be done through technology and AI. So I'm just going to run you guys through a couple of things that are applications of technology with AI. These right here are just a couple applications. We start with crop monitoring, where we can use data that is captured from farms and then do crop monitoring for farmers, give them better recommendations. This data would also help in giving them better access to credit. It helps in yield optimization, which is again one more application of technology in agriculture. It helps us in creating farmer footprints. AI and tech would also help in supply chain optimization, in forecasting better rates for market, better rates for all crops for farmers, help in giving input recommendations, and overall help in climate resilience. Now, let's zoom in a little bit to our country's scenario. 65% of rural India is dependent on agriculture. When I was in the US for the last 4 years for my undergrad degree, which was in finance and marketing, I saw the development in agriculture in the US very closely, where robots were being used on farms, where drones were being used on farms. And I thought to myself, why is this not happening in my country? Why is there such a big disparity in American farmers versus the farmers in my country? And growing up, I always heard stories about farmers in India. So that was the first, hint of inspiration for me to do something about it. And that's when I started working on this problem statement, where we have 150 million farmers in India who use outdated practices, who use very traditional agricultural practices, and 3 out of 4 farmers are always at the risk of either low crop yield or some sort of pest damage, which basically ruins their crop for the entire crop cycle. Now, despite such a high number, which is 66% of our population being in agriculture, it only accounts to 15% of the country's GDP, which is very startling because it's such a major population which is a part of the economy in agriculture, but it's leading to a very small output in terms of GDP. So to increase all of this, the answer is data-driven and climate-smart agriculture. There are many, many problem statements, including just the move towards net zero, which is happening because of a more climate-smart approach towards farming and towards every practice that we have today. Even 30% of decline is predicted by 2030 or 2050 in agriculture, in global yields. And all of these factors call for data-driven and climate-smart agriculture. So about 2 years ago, when I was 19 years old in college, I started Salam Kisan. And the journey has been filled with a lot of learning, a lot of ups and downs. And now that I've given you a basic background of what applications of data and technology can be used in agriculture, I would like to move a little bit more towards what I specifically do, what we do through Salam Kisan for farmers, and then I'd like to talk about some soft learnings from my journey. So Salam Kisan stands for democratizing data-driven and climate-smart agriculture, and we're powering this with data, with artificial intelligence and drones. So this is how we are a part of the farmer's journey, right from sowing to post-harvest, where we start with giving them input recommendations. We give them real-time AI advisory. We let them know before a pest attacks that, oh, there's going to be a pest attack on your farm. And we do this, all of this in a way which is more readable to farmers, which is in local languages, which helps them understand better. And all in all, it helps reduce their cost of cultivation and increase their productivity. One of the other things that we offer through Salam Kisan is also drone spraying services, which is first of its kind in the nation. And Salam Kisan is actually a pioneer in the entire adoption of drones in the country in agriculture, where we have on-demand drone spraying. If a farmer books it today, he or she will get the service in 2 days or less than that. We also have agri input recommendations and sale, which goes along with our drone service, where we are also providing last mile delivery of agri inputs, all based on real-time data to the farmer's doorstep. We also provide them live pest disease and pest attack updates. In our crop calendar, we're also providing source traceability, harvest and procurement services, and if a farmer works with us across the crop cycle, we assure them to buy back their output and produce. In the last 2 years, we are working with over 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh farmers, and even though she mentioned 60,000, the thing is we're growing at such a fast rate that every month we see about 15 to 20,000 farmers associating with us. So all in all, with Salam Kisan, our motto is to help farmers make data-driven and informed decisions, which is powered with artificial intelligence and drones. We've also done 41,000 acres of drone spraying and saved 70 lakh liters of water. We are also working with farmers at a 60% retention rate, and we've helped them almost increase their revenue by 20%, and we help them save costs by 30%. I'll just let you guys take a look at Salam Kisan's services and offerings, and then I would actually like to move to my journey, what inspired me and what I've learned out of it, because I think that is what most people would like to hear, and that's what matters more than just the technicalities of the business. I'm sorry that I've been speaking in English. I'll make a switch and shift. जब हम सलाम किसान में ड्रोन्स का काम शुरू कर रहे थे और जब हम सलाम किसान में ड्रोन स्प्रेइंग की सर्विसेज फार्मर्स को दे रहे थे, तब हमने बहुत सारे अलग अलग मैन्युफैक्चरर्स से एग्रीकल्चर ड्रोन्स खरीदे थे, और ये 2023 में हमने अबाउट 80 ड्रोन्स सारे मैन्युफैक्चरर्स से खरीदे. तब मुझे बहुत सारी दिक्कत आई, हमारे ड्रोन्स खराब होने लगे, उनकी आफ्टर सेल्स सर्विस हमें मिल नहीं रही थी. इसीलिए ये सारी दिक्कतों को देखकर मुझे ये रियलाइज हुआ कि जब हम ड्रोन्स को मार्केट में लॉन्च कर रहे हैं तो दूसरे लोगों के ड्रोन्स को हम क्यों लॉन्च करें, क्यों ना हम खुद की ही सब्सिडियरी इनकॉर्पोरेट करें. एंड दैट्स वेयर प्राइम एरोस्पेस केम इनटू बीइंग. सो जनवरी 2024 में मैंने प्राइम एरोस्पेस को भी इनकॉर्पोरेट किया, जहां पे हम एग्रीकल्चर स्प्रेइंग ड्रोन्स को खुद मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं. और आज हमारा गोल यही है कि हम प्रिसिजन एग्रीकल्चर एज वेल एज ड्रोन का जो पूरा इकोसिस्टम है, इसको इंटरनली अच्छे से कंट्रोल कर फार्मर्स तक डिलीवर करें. क्वालिटी पर हमारा पूरा कंट्रोल रहेगा और डेटा पर पूरा हमारा कंट्रोल रहेगा. इससे हमारा डेटा कलेक्शन का एफिशिएंसी भी बढ़ेगा और फार्मर्स तक जो सर्विस हम एक्चुअली पहुंचाना चाहते हैं वो हम पहुंचा पा रहे हैं. हमारे पूरे एप्लीकेशन और ड्रोन्स के स्टैक से हम फार्मर्स का बहुत सारा डेटा कलेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं, जिसके थ्रू हम उन तक एक्चुअल रियल टाइम सर्विसेज पहुंचा पा रहे हैं. हमारे पास फार्मर का लोकेशन आता है, वो जो हमारे साथ फोटोज शेयर करते हैं उससे हमें उनका क्रॉप हेल्थ पता चलता है. हमारे पास उनकी डेट ऑफ स्प्रेइंग होती है, तो हम इससे मैच कर सकते हैं कि उन्होंने पिछला स्प्रे कब किया था, अगला कब करने वाले हैं, और उसके दौरान अगर कोई दिक्कत आती है उन्हें, तो उसका भी पूरा जवाब हमारे एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू हम उन तक पहुंचा सकते हैं. हम उनको कॉस्ट ऑफ कल्टिवेशन, सॉइल हेल्थ, यील्ड क्वालिटी, सोर्स ट्रेसेबिलिटी, इनपुट रिकमेंडेशंस, इन सारी चीजों से हेल्प करते हैं. और आज की डेट में हमारा मोस्ट काम महाराष्ट्र में ही हो रहा है, और वो भी महाराष्ट्र के मराठवाड़ा और विदर्भ रीजन, जहां पर फार्मर सुसाइड्स, जहां पर स्मॉल लैंड होल्डिंग और जहां पर ट्रेडिशनल क्रॉप ज्यादा उगाए जाते हैं, हम वहां पर सबसे ज्यादा काम कर रहे हैं. हमने देश की दूसरी महिला ड्रोन पायलट को ट्रेन किया है, हमने देश के पहले कुछ ट्राइबल ड्रोन पायलट्स को ट्रेन किया है, और आज सलाम किसान इज द ओनली कंपनी इन द एंटायर कंट्री विच हैज अ फ्लीट of 85 drone pilots, all from rural background. ये सारे लोगों को हमने खुद जाकर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर्स के साथ इवेंट्स कर पिक किया है और हमारा सबसे ज्यादा काम ट्रेनिंग, एजुकेशन, अपलिफ्टमेंट और सोशल इम्पैक्ट पर है। बाकी बिजनेस वाली चीजें, ये नंबर्स, रेवेन्यू, टर्नओवर, ये सारी चीजें हर बिजनेस का पार्ट होती है, लेकिन सलाम किसान में डे वन से paying it forward was something that I wanted to keep in mind and I wanted it to be a motto of the company. बचपन से ही मैंने दादा को हमेशा समाज सेवा करते हुए देखा था। मैंने उन्हें बहुत सारी फिलैंथ्रोपिक एक्टिविटीज करते हुए देखा था और उनका बहुत सारा बिजनेस फार्मर्स से ही जुड़ा हुआ था। इसीलिए मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा ये था कि अगर मैं कोई कंपनी शुरू करती हूँ तो पेइंग इट फॉरवर्ड, जो प्रिविलेजेस मुझे लाइफ में मिले हैं, एक बिजनेस फैमिली में बॉर्न होना, एक इतने अच्छे कम्युनिटी में बॉर्न होना, ये सब बहुत प्रिविलेज की बात होती है किसी के लिए भी। तो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू गॉड फॉर द लाइफ दैट आई हैव बीन ब्लेस्ड विद, बट along with that your choices is what makes your story. So I have always focused on making that active choice of doing good and having that be a motto of my company. One of the things that I said, in life there are gifts and there are choices. Your choices make your stories. And आज यहाँ पर जितने भी लोग बैठे हैं जो शायद कोई कंपनी शुरू करना चाहते हैं, this is a youth related entrepreneurship program, which is why I thought of including some very soft lessons that I've learned along the way. Everyone has different types of gifts, लेकिन हम इन गिफ्ट्स के साथ क्या करते हैं, इनका कैसे यूज करते हैं और इसके साथ हम क्या दे पाते हैं लोगों को, यही सबसे ज्यादा मैटर करता है। और जो भी अभी तक हमने काम किया है कंपनीज में, कंपनीज के बाहर, choices is what matters and choices is what make your story. So focus on the right choices, focus on making right decisions that will actually help in doing good in the world. One of the other things with Salam Kisan is also data driven agriculture की बात आज इंडिया में इतनी ज्यादा पैमाने पर नहीं की जा रही है। ड्रोन्स भी इंडिया में एक बहुत nascent मार्केट है, इवन दो इट इज poised for growth and even though इसका जीडीपी कंट्रीब्यूशन 2030 तक $60 बिलियन का होने वाला है, आज इसका अडॉप्शन लेवल काफी कम है और इसका अडॉप्शन सप्लाई साइड पॉलिसीज के थ्रू ही पुश किया जा रहा है। तो इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू कन्विंस पीपल इनसाइड द बॉक्स टू अडॉप्ट आइडियाज आउटसाइड ऑफ द बॉक्स। सो एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, इफ आप में से कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की जर्नी पर जाने की सोच रहा है या जाना चाहता है, तो आपको ये हमेशा याद रखना होगा कि इट विल नॉट बी एन ईजी जर्नी, इट विल नॉट बी ईजी टू कन्विंस पीपल to adopt your ideas, but do it anyways because consistency in business is what matters. थोड़ी देर पहले बालाजी वेफर्स के ओनर भी अपनी बहुत लंबी जर्नी बता रहे थे, लेकिन उनकी स्पीच में से मुझे सिर्फ एक बात समझ में आई कि जो इंसान कंसिस्टेंटली रोज उठकर when you show up to your work, when you show up to your vision, when you show up to what you believe in, and when you do it every single day for your life, that's when you see results. Because it's not about giving your 100% one day and then giving your 20% the other day and carrying that on. It's about giving your 100% every day for maybe 5 years, 10 years. That's when you're going to see results. So you got to keep showing up, you got to keep doing that, and I try that with whatever I have done so far. One of the other things is also मैंने आप लोगों को अपनी प्राइम एरोस्पेस की स्टोरी के बारे में बताया कि सलाम किसान को चलाते चलाते हमें जब दिक्कत आने लगी तब हमने बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन के बारे में सोचा। तो इससे मुझे लाइफ में एक बहुत बड़ा लेसन समझ में आया कि द ओनली डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ प्रॉब्लम एंड एन अपॉर्चुनिटी इज योर पर्सपेक्टिव। आप किस नजरिए से चीजों को देखते हो, इससे सब कुछ बदल सकता है। और ये बिजनेस में, लाइफ में एंड रिलेशनशिप्स में, नेटवर्किंग में, हर चीज में बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि हम किसी प्रॉब्लम को और अपॉर्चुनिटी के बीच का अगर डिफरेंस समझना चाहते हैं तो हमें सिर्फ अपना नजरिया बदलना चाहिए। वन ऑफ द अदर थिंग्स विद सलाम किसान एंड प्राइम एरोस्पेस दैट वी वर डूइंग फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग वाज, पहले हम बूटस्ट्रैप थे, हमने पूरा पैसा घर से लिया था। मैंने दादा पापा इनके कंपनी से पैसा कंपनी में इन्फ्यूज किया था। फिर मुझे ऐसा लगा कि और हम हमेशा से EBITDA पॉजिटिव रहे हैं, तो ये एग्री टेक स्पेस में वी आर द ओनली कंपनी विच इज EBITDA पॉजिटिव फ्रॉम डे वन। एंड this is something that actually I think I should give the credit to my Maheshwari or Marwadi blood as well, because business acumen comes very naturally to all of us. So this EBITDA positive and this traditional way of doing business की growth एक जगह है, लेकिन cash flows positive होने चाहिए हमेशा, ये हमारे business का motto रहा है। तो इसी के चलते पहले मुझे ऐसा लगा था यूएस में पढ़ाई करते वक्त कि कंपनी अगर मैं शुरू कर रही हूँ तो कभी ना कभी वेंचर कैपिटल फंडिंग, प्राइवेट एक्विटी फंडिंग के लिए हम जाएंगे। लेकिन फिर हमने ऐसा डिसाइड किया कि आज कैपिटल मार्केट्स पर भी एक सेशन होने वाला है बाद में, जो आई वुड रेकमेंड ऑल द यंग पीपल टू अटेंड वेरी वेरी केयरफुली, बिकॉज we went from 164 IPOs in last year to 272 IPOs in this year, which is a very tremendous increase. So one of the things that I realized with my companies was I can just do a friends and family round and then take my company public. So we are on the IPO track for Salam Kisan and Prime Aerospace, and we will be going public in the next 2.5 years. So again reiterating कि कोई भी प्रॉब्लम और अपॉर्चुनिटी के बीच का डिफरेंस सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारा नजरिया होता है। तो जैसे हम लाइफ में बिजनेस करते हैं, जैसे हम लाइफ में फैमिली के लाइफ में बहुत कम चीजें होती है जो इम्पोर्टेंट होती है, एंड आई एम लकी कि मुझे ये रियलाइजेशन एट अ यंगर एज हो गया कि देयर आर वेरी फ्यू थिंग्स इन लाइफ दैट मैटर। इट्स योर फैमिली, इट्स गुडविल, इट्स योर ऑनर, and it's what you leave behind in the world when you are not around. And I'm very happy कि जब मैं अंकल का स्पीच पहले सुन रही थी तो मुझे ऐसे लगा कि ये बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें बोल रहे हैं जो मैं अपने स्पीच में भी बोलने वाली थी। तब मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि मैं कुछ तो सही सोच रही हूँ या कुछ तो सही कर रही हूँ जो उनके और मेरे सोच में मुझे मेल दिख रहा है। तो very few things in life that matter, very few decisions that will actually be big enough to take you somewhere. So I would just suggest everyone who is here, who has come here to learn as a young entrepreneur, to focus on these things that matter and focus on your perspective, have a problem solving attitude, and that's about it. I have a long way to go as well, and very keen on learning from all the older people here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dhanashree ji. Today we all feel so proud that at such a young age you have not only enhanced the life of more than 1 lakh farmers, but today throughout your keynote speech, I'm sure so many budding entrepreneurs here are feeling so inspired and so motivated. Yes? So जोरदार तालियों के साथ we thank her